Infinite blessings and love. Namaste, namaskaram. This is Om Oracle Tarot, and this is the Taurus's mid-month soul path check-in for mid-October to the end of October 2022. Now, I have to say that these are general readings that may not resonate with everyone. If they don't, that's all right. There's plenty of other great YouTube tarot readers that you can check out. Also want to remind everybody to check your other placements, as it can help give you a broader picture of what may be going on. I also want to remind everybody that you can get in contact with me here in the comments below the video. You can also get in contact with me at the Om Oracle Tarot Instagram page, of which there's only one, and the link for that is below in the description of this video. And if any of this reading resonates with you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, as it is really most appreciated. And I want to send a big heartfelt sense of gratitude and thank yous out to all those who have liked, shared, subscribed, and donated. It really does mean so much. And again, thank you so much. You can also check out the beginning of the month readings that I offer here. You can also check out the full moon and the new moon readings that I also offer here at Om Oracle Tarot. All right, without any further ado, please give us a message for what is on Taurus's soul path for mid-October to the end of October 2022. 3 cards, please. I only take uprights and I only take jumpers from the deck. 2 more cards, please. While there are moments of silence, do pay attention to anything you might hear within yourself. You might see something in your mind's eye. You might smell something that reminds you of something, or an emotion may bubble up, as this is all your intuition playing a role in this reading. And in a lot of ways, this deeper aspect of the reading takes place within yourself during these moments of silence. 2 more cards, please. Thank you. All right, so we have the 8 of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the 3 of Wands, and the Hangman. So it does appear that you have been dealing with some negative thoughts, perhaps feeling victimized to one level or another. But the Spirit is wanting you to know that this is a self-imposed restriction. As I always say about this card, it's like this person is tied up with toilet paper and could easily spread their arms and release themselves from this, what would appear to be this binding here. But this is a self-imposed restriction, and it does appear that you are coming to that realization here, as you have the Queen of Swords. You're cutting all of that out here, and you're being very direct about doing so. And this is, having released yourself from this is giving yourself a certain level of foresight here. And because of that, you can kind of see, metaphorically, your ships coming in. You can kind of see these things that you have set into manifestations were not coming in the way that you were wanting them to. And it's because of this negative thought and this victim mentality, if you will. But when you release yourself from them, one, you get this foresight, but also these manifestations start rolling in the way that you would expect them to. So this is allowing for a lot of expansive energy as you expand out of these bindings here. And at the bottom we have the Hangman. So you definitely have felt like kind of in a pause kind of mode here. But as you let this energy go, there's some new opportunities opening up for you. You're getting this new perspective on things, and you're effectively breaking these old patterns of thought here. In a lot of ways, this is a metamorphosis for you to kind of step out of this in a lot of ways. We'll get a little bit more. This is the Scrying Eye Oracle deck. We'll get 3 cards and a bottom card from the top split, and then we'll do the same with the bottom split. Please give us 3 cards for what is on Taurus's soul path for mid-October to the end of October 2022. 3 cards, please. All right. Light and Dark Unite. Oh, Insight. I don't know if you saw, that was kind of standing on the corner of the card, kind of spinning with Insight. Here, 1 more, please. Thank you. So we have Light and Dark Unite, Insight, Woman of Water, and Fierce Guardian Angel. So these are not gender specific. Whether you're a man or a woman, we all have feminine and masculine aspects to ourselves, and this is talking about the energy here. So we'll start here. Light and Dark Unite, card number 108. And that's speaking to somebody out there. So and it's like this negative thought has these 2 aspects of your energy kind of separated, and when you break out of this, you're able to integrate these things and bring these 2 powers together, and this really brings about a true power here. When we bring together these opposing forces. And as you move forward, you find this balance and stability here. And definitely moving into a more harmonious energy here. This is also going to allow you some patience here, because there is some waiting necessary here. But I almost feel like it's a kind of a waiting, like sit back and enjoy the show here. Enjoy the show, enjoy the ride. This is, breaking yourself from this is going to be really healing for you. So there's a lot of importance. And I feel like this move forward is dependent on you choosing to break yourself out of this negative thought pattern. But you're definitely integrating. This can also speak of this opposites attract type of energy of a relationship, things like this. I'm not seeing that up there, but it may come into play as we go a little bit further here. And I have to say that this is card 108 and this is card 109. So we're getting a level up here with this Insight card. So there is this awakening here and this expanding of your awareness as you move forward. You're having this real revelation here. And this is really going to allow you a lot of freedom and allow you the freedom and space to heed this inner calling. And as you do, you're going to find a lot of renewal on a lot of different levels of your life here. And this is going to allow you this insight to do a lot of self-reflection here. And again, getting this new perspective on yourself here. And really, this is a breakthrough that you're having here. As you find these new ways of thinking. Now, this can also, speak of visions. So, like I tell most of the signs, keep a dream journal. If you meditate, keep a meditation journal. Keep a thought journal if something bubbles to the surface. And keep that little pocket journal for things like that, because you will be receiving those. And here we have a woman of the water here. So, again, these are not gender specific, but you are feeling emotionally abundant as you move forward. And by breaking yourself free of this negative thought energy, you find this deep well of emotion. This, again, this abundance of good, positive emotion here. You're feeling very open-hearted moving forward. And you're ready for these new experiences. And I don't feel it in a nervous way. You have this ease of being about you. And you're showing yourself a lot of self-love, really nurturing yourself. And with these water cards, this is definitely like this water is really polishing this gemstone of your heart so that it can really shine here as you move forward. And at the bottom we have the fierce the fierce guardian angel here. So this is a very forceful energy. So you have aid in the spirit, in the astral, and it is quite forceful. This is a force to be reckoned with. And it's removing what is not meant for you. And this self-imposed restriction is definitely not meant for you. Perhaps it's meant for you for a time to learn that these are self-imposed things of this negative thought pattern. And in doing so, this is effectively exposing these shadowy places within ourselves here. But you are receiving a spiritual protection as you move forward, and this is clearing out any debris within ourselves here. And this is definitely from here to here. This is a redirection here that's being divinely guided here. Please give us 3 cards for what is on Taurus's soul path for mid-October to the end of October 2022. 3 cards, please. So you definitely have some aid coming in on your behalf in the astral, in the spirit, whatever your path is. But we start out here with card number 93. This is consumed by the storm here. So I feel like this is in part this self-imposed restriction, feeling that you are consumed by this swirl of the mind and this circular negative thought here. And there's definitely this feeling in the past that circumstances were kind of taking you over. And you're definitely feeling that you were feeling this loss of control. And again, this victimization or a victim mentality. And I feel like with this, you had kind of lost yourself in this self-imposed restriction to a certain extent. As you were being swept up in life circumstances, which we all do. This is not a poke at you, but this is something we all go through at some point. And there was almost a sense that you felt like God or the divine was kind of playing with you in this. But there's a saying that God isn't playing with you, God is playing as you. But it does appear that you are releasing yourself from this energy here. And then we have the inner light power. So this is how you're releasing yourself, this inner force, this willpower. Some would say the true will, coming into alignment with that. And also we have this guardian angel over here. But you're really utilizing these spiritual energies and these spiritual forces to release yourself and raise your vibration. You're having this rising of power within yourself. You're feeling very aligned within. And this is allowing you to change from the inside out here. So you're essentially becoming anew. And you're moving out of these lower realms and these lower vibrational energies as you do this. So perhaps meditation is going to be really important for you. Certain breath work. Also very important, or just general exercise in general will help out with this type of energy. Eating the right things, cutting out these things that make us feel funky. I know a lot of people, and this is very specific, drink coffee like all day long, and then they're like, oh, like I don't know why I don't feel good. And it's like, well, you just drank like 10 coffees today. That might be why you aren't feeling very good. Now that's very specific, but that is just an example. And then we have preservation. So this is another divine energy here, and I always see this as like a Vishnu type of character on this card. So you are preserving yourself here as you release yourself from that, and you're preserving your health. Both mentally, physically, and spiritually as you move forward here. And this is really going to restore a balance in your life and how you move through reality. So you really are going through this transformation, and you are receiving protection again as you move forward. So you have a lot of protection coming through in the astral, in the spirit. So your spirit team is coming in strong on this one, and are really providing you again with this liberation, and you are going through this rebirth and finding bliss on the other side of this rebirth. And then we have guardian of the porthole here. So the spirit in part has been keeping you from something that you weren't quite ready for. You had to learn these lessons of the Eight of Swords here in order to be ready to step through this porthole into this new here. This is also speaking of guarding you from others, so guarding your energy from others who would potentially take advantage of you. So you are getting protection, and I feel like this may be why you were in this kind of pause of this Eight of Swords, is and it's hard to see it like that, but there was a certain element of protection taking place there. Because while you were doing this, you weren't potentially going certain places, hanging out with certain people, and this was actually protecting you. And even though this is kind of a spiritual roadblock you felt like you were up against, that this was a protective measure for you, but you have passed this spiritual test, and now you are ready to step through this porthole here. And here we have the Angel of Fire. So we have some more protection here. Seems like you are very, very well protected as you move forward here, because this is speaking of spiritual defense, conquering evil. This is also speaking about truth and courage, the spiritual truths about things. And this is allowing you to move forward with courage and bravery here. And you're having a lot of strength in doing so. And this is justice moving in your favor here. And this is effectively burning away any impurities that you may have. And on another level, this card is also associated with Archangel Michael, not in the biblical sense, but more in the occult sense. So if you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. So you have a lot of protection coming in, a lot of aid in the spirit. So please give us 2 or 3 cards for what is on Taurus's soul path for mid-October to the end of October 2022. Thank you. One or two more cards, please. All right. So we have Infinite Selknam. So this is speaking about utilizing this dark energy that you may have. And we all have light and dark aspects to ourselves, to our energy. And what usually happens is we push one away for the sake of the other. And this does eventually create an imbalance within our energy system. But it does appear that your light and your dark are uniting here and actually creating a lot of power here. So this is speaking about just that, is finding a way to utilize this darker energy. Now this, when I say dark, this doesn't mean evil. A lot of times a very sharp directness could be seen as a dark energy, but it's not an evil energy. It is just it's just different. And so there is an importance in anybody to integrate and process these darker energies, and we can actually utilize them for self-empowerment. And as long as we are staying balanced with our light and our dark, then it doesn't get toxic. The problem happens is when this becomes unbalanced and it's all dark, and then you end up with toxic. Just same way with light, you can end up with a toxic light energy here. And I think we've all met people on both of those spectrums here. And we have a cool forest shade here. So this is speaking about the importance of getting out in nature, seeing that nature actually is a shelter for us. You find a shelter and sanctuary in nature, and that in fact humans are nature. Now, there's this sense in our modern day society that because we don't live in nature generally, that we are separate from nature. But we are, our body is 100% nature. So we are nature. And so this is like coming home to go be in the cool forest shade here. This is natural, and there's a lot of renewal energy that takes place when we do that. It is also speaking of connecting with these nature spirits, the local nature spirits, is going to be quite beneficial for you moving forward. Please give us 2 or 3 cards for what is Taurus's inner landscape like, inner climate like for their soul path in mid-October to the end of October 2022. 2 or 3 cards, please. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So we have stick, insect, and the elephant. So stillness. Now, like you said, like I said, there is this pause. Whoever's talking here, there is this pause energy and this stillness. But as you release yourself from this, because even though you're not in motion right here, you don't have inner stillness. And you know what I'm talking about. You don't have this inner stillness. But as you release yourself from this, you do find this inner stillness and awareness. So you are gaining this insight and this greater awareness of yourself. And this awareness is expanding here. And discernment. You are being able to discern this activity of the mind, this negative thought loop. You can kind of, with this insight, you can take a step back and witness it. And this is what's actually going to allow you to be able to release yourself from this, is this step back to discern your true nature from the activities of the mind. And composure. So right here, there is a lack of composure. But as you break through this with this direct energy, you do really find this composure. And you're sitting tall. You're standing tall. You're ready for this journey. You're ready for what's next. And then we have the elephant. So honor. So you are honoring yourself by releasing this. You are honoring your journey and your purpose in life. And because of that, the spirits are honoring you. Then we have responsibility. So you have this responsibility to yourself. And you are going forward with that and releasing yourself from this self-imposed restriction. And cooperation. So this is a collaborative effort between you and your spirit team here as you move forward. Thank you. Please give us 3 cards for what is on Taurus's soul path for mid-October to the end of October 2022. All right. 2 more cards, please. Oh, hit the flow. One more, please. One more. All right. So we have the you are a pawn. So when I said earlier, you in this energy, you kind of feel like God is playing with you as though you are just a pawn in this game of the divine. But again, this is a falsity that you're telling yourself. And there, again, that saying of God isn't playing with you. God is playing as you. At the root of your perception, the divine is looking through your eyes at this very moment. So the divine is playing as you. And then we have the path, and this is this heart path that you are embarking on. It starts with the heart and it ends with the heart. In the center of this path, you definitely find peace here. But you are releasing yourself onto your path here. Ready for the new. And then we have do it now. So the Spirit is saying you have the tools necessary now, whenever you're hearing this message, to release yourself from these bindings here and set sail. So it's like this person is can see their ship coming in, and they're going to go and get on this boat and sail into what we'll call the sunrise. There's a new day dawning for you here, and you're about to set sail into this new day. And the Spirit is saying, do this now. There's no time like the present. Okay, please give us 2 cards for what is on Taurus's soul path for mid-October to the end of October 2022. So we have the Prophet. One more, please. All right, we got 2. That's cool. Thank you. So we have the Prophet, the Lunar Moth, and the Fawn here. So with the Prophet, you are getting this foresight and also this insight here. So this is kind of the energy that you find yourself in as you move forward. And I feel like this is kind of like pushing closer to Halloween. You really find yourself embracing this this foresight of the Prophet. And this person is definitely close with this serpent, and the serpent represents, in a lot of different cases, this ancient knowledge, this ancient wisdom here. And this is when you release yourself, this is kind of this energy that you find yourself in. This can also speak of these spirit guides, spirit team coming in to your aid here, because they are playing a big role in pushing you towards your path here, or at least encouraging you towards your path, because you have something very important to accomplish in this lifetime, and you can't do it here. So do know that you are very important, and you have a purpose to play in this time, in this generation here. And then we have Lunar Moth here. So again, with this metamorphosis energy, you are basically going from a caterpillar to this lunar moth here. So with the lunar and the moon, so the moon cycles and the planets' transits are going to play an important role in this process for you. And I feel like the full moon on the 9th is kind of where this was. You started to notice this in a different way, and this is kind of where your metamorphosis starts to begin here. And it's kind of like you go from being bound, almost in this chrysalis type of energy, bound to this type of energy. And you're able to spread your wings as there's butterflies on this Queen of Swords throne here. But you're really spreading your wings and moving forward here. And this fawn. So this is a baby deer. So a baby deer is very gentle and graceful, but also very open-hearted when you see them in nature playing and walking through the woods. There's a gracefulness about them. Even when they're being silly and playing, they still possess this gentle, graceful energy here. And this is kind of how you're moving forward here. This energy has not diminished your heart. And it's almost like when you release yourself from this inner child can kind of come out and play and build the life that you actually want to live. All right. Please give us 3 cards for a final message. What would you like to leave Tauruses with for what is on their soul path for mid-October to the end of October 2022? 3 cards for a parting message, please. Thank you. Let's 2 more cards, please. All right, one more, please. Thank you. Okay. So we have the Eight of Cups, the World card, and the Eight of Pentacles here. So 8 is the number of advancement. So you are advancing forward here, advancing upward also. But you are coming from a place where you have felt kind of tired and worn out, but you are walking away from that as you reach this summit here. And again, with this moon energy here. And on the 25th, there is a partial solar eclipse happening the day of the new moon. So that, again, might be an important day for you. But you are walking away from what no longer serves you here. And then we have the World card here. So there has been a successful completion to a chapter here. And I feel like this... you're kind of closing the book on this old chapter and you're starting this new chapter. And this new chapter is one of fulfillment here and full of possibilities and perhaps travel. So we have a couple travel cards here. So you might be... your energy is definitely traveling from one state of being to another, but you may also be physically traveling. And that is for some of you, not all of you. But there is this successful completion of the cycle here. And in doing this, you're going to feel very accomplished as you move forward. You're going to, again, have this ease of being, this lightness about you. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. So whatever your skill set is, you are really developing and mastering these skills on this higher level and releasing yourself from this this self-imposed restriction is actually going to give you this space for developing these skills and mastering the skills, because this also speaks of mastering yourself, and releasing yourself from this is a part of mastering yourself. Also, integrating your light and your dark is also part of mastering yourself. And here we have the Lovers card. So I mentioned earlier that there might be some of that energy. So it does appear that that is something that is going to be present. You're going to become aware of this kind of connection in your sphere of reality moving forward here. But again, this is speaking of choices also, and the crossroads. So you have a choice to release yourself from the self-imposed restriction. This is also a crossroad for you. Do you remain on this path of this kind of victim mentality or victimhood, or do you step on this path of the heart? But the choice is yours. But you do find yourself at a crossroads here. Provided you choose the path of the heart, you definitely are coming into a harmonious vibration here. This also speaks of falling in love. So again, with this partnership, but this is kind of you falling in love with yourself here, and not in an egotistical way, but this negative thought pattern has kept you from really showing yourself love. And a lot of times we are our worst critic. We are so hard on ourselves. But as you release yourself, you start to realize, like, oh, I really like who I am in this life. I like who I am. not only do I like it, I love me. It's kind of what this is kind of where you're at. And as you get onto this boat and you start heading into this new day in the book of your life, you are really feeling a lot of self-love also moving forward. And here we have the three of cups here. So we have two threes here. So this is this creative kind of energy. 3 is the number of creativity here. But this also speaks of friendships, collaborations, this pooling of energy. I feel like a lot of this is speaking to this spirit team that is coming in, and you're sharing cups and celebrating with them. But also, as you move forward onto this path, there's not one person on this boat also making the same journey into the new chapter of their life. This boat is full of other people. So you are moving forward and making connections as you move forward, and finding people that you can collaborate who have probably also recently released themselves from this negative thought pattern. And of course, we have the Tower here. So a lot of times we need these Tower moments to expose, oh, I've had myself trapped in this negative thought pattern. But this is speaking also of a sudden change here, which you're definitely in this, from mid-October to the end of October, it's going to be like night and day here. And people are going to take note of that. And this is going to kind of be an upheaval. And there are people around you that have gotten used to you being in this mode here of with these negative thought patterns, this negative self-perception, and in this kind of moving through the world with this victim mentality. So not everyone is going to be happy to see you go on this journey, and this Tower has a lot to do with them. This is their Tower as you move forward here, because there's someone in your energy field that is really benefiting from you being in this negative thought pattern. Now, I don't feel like it is an intentional benefit, but when you live life with someone, you get used to certain patterns and ways of being, and they don't necessarily want you to change. So, they're definitely taking a Tower on this because you are having this incredible awakening here, but for them this is very unexpected. And as you move forward, that's not your problem anymore. You're headed on to this new. And then we have the Justice card. So. With truth, finding this balance within your life seems to be quite important. And this Tower, has a lot to do with cause and effect. The cause is you waking up and taking your power back, and the effect is their Tower. So, and this is in part, you are coming into the flow with the law of the universe, finding this equilibrium, because you have showed this responsibility to yourself, and that you have to release yourself from this. And so we have the Devil here. So this is speaking of, and this is speaking to this shadow self that must be exposed in the light. And this can speak of addictions also, and we're so interesting as a species. We get addicted to anything we experience regularly. So if we experience this negative self-thought, self perception, or anxiety, or just feeling down or depressed, we actually get addicted to this energy, and subconsciously we create situations to prolong this feeling, even if we don't like it. So there is an element, you at the beginning of October, you feel quite bound to this, but you are going to see the truth of it, and you are going to be released from this restriction, because this is definitely a restriction. And you are feeling kind of trapped in this initially until you cut yourself out of this. This can also speak of unhealthy relationships. So again, with this, those that are taking a tower on the fact that you are waking up. Anybody who is going to have a tower moment because you are finding freedom, this is kind of a red flag for a toxic relationship. And we'll go one more because I saw it already. All right. And so we have the Empress. So as you release yourself from these things and you move forward, there is an incredible amount of growth that you go through. There's a lot of new opportunities that are also open to you. You're feeling very abundant and stable as you move forward. You're also feeling very beautiful, whether you're a man or a woman, this beauty of the inner heart. And this is allowing you to see the beauty of the world around you, as this world around you is actually an extension of yourself, this beauty within. And a few people have gotten, a few signs have gotten a message like this, where it's like the universe is pregnant with this new chapter of your life, and it comes to term and gives birth when you release yourself from this. So the Spirit is saying the ball is in your court. I'm not a big sports person, but that's what it's saying right now. So Taurus, I want to send you a lot of love and encouragement. Releasing ourselves from these self-imposed restrictions this is never an easy process, and there is some growing pains that may take place initially, but it does appear that you come out on the other side shining like a diamond here. So if any of this reading resonates with you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, as it is really most appreciated. And I appreciate all of you for tuning in, listening, and watching. It really does mean so much. And again, Taurus, I'll catch you on the next go round. Peace.